Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Blaze Obidin, and for today I'll be running through using filter in a collection and Excel. Yeah, so how to use filter in a collection and in an Excel. Okay, so this is my process being designed. A very quick one. This is the start. I don't want to use more than 15 minutes for this video. Yeah, so set a calculation stage which is set workbook name, and this is the path to where my document on my Excel file is, and it is being stored in a data item titled statement of account. Yes, this is the action I used, which is MXL VBO extended create instance to for creation of instance. Yeah, inputs through enable event, and the output I created a handle. Okay, so the next action is open the workbook. My handle is in the data item handle. The file name is in the statement of account which I created the data item for in the earlier calculation stage I showed you. And the output I want is to save the workbook name in a data item called workbook name. And I want them to show me the Excel. Yeah. So the input is the handle, and the output, there's no output of course. Then I want to also get my data as a collection. Yes, so my input is handle workbook name, and worksheet name is the sheet on the Excel that I'm working with. So it's sheet one, and the output it's my Excel data should be stored in the collection as data bank data, and the action is get worksheet as collection. Okay, so let me run it. So you see every action being performed is being shown underneath. So this is the Excel, my Excel I'm working with. Yes, because I use an action Excel shoe. That's why it's showing me this. Yeah. So these are the data sets I'm working with, and these are the of course best practice for my output. Every output you put them in a block, and I use um the color font to make it pink. So this is the data item for the workbook name, the handle, and my collection. So these are the data that I just showed you now on my Excel. Because of I use get worksheet as collection, that's why it also gets the data as a collection. Yeah. So these are the sets of values. Of course, it's very good to work with your Excel, because if you're working with 10,000, 20,000 sets of data, your Excel will be able to accommodate such a data, but your collection would not be able to handle such because of your system memory, your application memory, and stuff like that. So it's good to work with your Excel. Yeah. So first of all, I want to filter that Excel you saw right now, or the collection you saw right now, with just show me every value that has 5,000 naira on the credits. Yeah. So look, this is the credits. We could see that there is just one data that contains 5,000 on the credit row, or rather on the credit column. Yeah. So um best practice, I set my calculation stage where I put the 5,000 I want search for, and I use the data item to save that item, and the action I used was utility collection manipulation. That's the VBO I'm using because I'm trying to manipulate this collection. Yes, and I'm using the filter collection. So for my input, I'm imputing the bank data data that was gotten from the first action that we performed. Yeah, so this is the filter for the input, and this is the argument I used. you must be very, very careful while using concatenation, because I'm using a like. So I want to filter the credit column for the search item, which I put 5,000. So this is it. If I validate it, I'll see that my expression is valid. So now let us get into, and I want my output to, when it filters the collection, I want it to save it in a collection called filter collection. Yeah, this is for 5,000. So when I run it, it filters and you see the action in this collection. Of course, best practice is color blockage. So in the output, I'll check in the correct value and I'll see that it has filtered that collection to 5,000. Very seamless. Also, we'll do the same. We can still do the same for the 10,000 using the same principle, and you will see it would filter this Excel on the credit. You will see that there are two values for 10,000, this and this. So also I can choose to run this thing very fast, this process very fast, and in less than a second, I've gotten my the result of my process. So you see that it has been able to filter that collection and it has given me the two values. Very seamless. So I can still do the same for maybe for any amount you want, equal to. So this is my action, because of I'm working with the debit. I'm working with the debit column. So that's why here change to debit, of course, yes, and I'm using the like argument. So this is my argument, debit like. You must know how to use your concatenation very well so that it will be able to, the Blue Prism will be able to give us the exact search item I'm filtering for. On my search item 3, on my search item 3, on my search term 3, you could see from the calculation stage, I set it to be 3 3010.75 because that's what I want to search for. So that's why I'm using the search term 3 in that expression you just saw now. And if I filter for it, immediately you would see that it has given me the answers I need on my debit row. So these are every value that has that value I search for, because if you to check it from the Excel we opened, you would see sorry about that, you would see um 3010.75. You would see this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, and this is 4. So it has been able to give us those four values that has that value. Very seamless. Now I can also choose to filter that my Excel value by date. Yeah. So let's see how it goes. Now I'm since I don't want to work with collection, I want to start working with my Excel. So I'm not using utility collection manipulation. If you watch when I was working with this filter for collection, the video I'm using is utility collection manipulation, and the action is filter collection. But now I want to work with my Excel, so I'm going to use another video called um, MX Excel video extended, and my action is filter. So you can see my input. I create my handle that I created. Handle my workbook is a workbook name I created. My worksheet, sheet one, because on the Excel I want it to work with the sheet one. So the column number is 1, because the column number is 1 because on the date has a column number 1. Filter criteria, I want to filter that my Excel such that it has to filter every value less than 30th of June 2024. Now let us go to the Excel. So I want you to filter values from this 30th of June less than all these values. That's what it's going to populate for me. And like I said, column 1, because this is 1, this is column 2, C is column 3, D is column 4, credit is column 5, balance is column 6. So um, that is why I used 1 here as the column, and this is my expression less than 30 June 24. This is, pay attention to the way the date is written. If I had used star, if I did forward forward slash, it would not have given me the answer I needed, and I want it to give me a message whether the action is it true or not. Yes, so that's what's in my output. So when I perform that action, you would see that when I go back to my Excel, it has filtered every answer, every data that is less than 30th of June, and this is it. So best practice, before you perform another filter, you have to remove filter. You must always remove the filter so that it can perform the next filter for you on Excel. So it has removed the filter for me. How do I know? Because if you go back to your Excel, it has gone back to normal. So for removal of filter, it's still that MSL video extended, and there's an action called remove filter. So these are different actions to perform on your your video. So the input is handle, workbook name, and worksheet I'm working with. Yes, of course, there can be so many sheets open on that Excel. So what you have to be able to direct Blue Prism to the sheet you want to work with. So I want to filter for on the credit section every amount that is less than 10,000. Yes. So once we perform that action, we will see that it's going to give me values that are less than 10,000 for the credits. So this is it. So before I can perform next filter, you must always know you must try to remove the next filter. You must always remove the filter so that you're able to perform the next action. Yeah, sorry about that. So um you will see that the filter has been removed, has gone back to normal. So I want to filter for amounts greater than 10,000. When I run this action, it's moving very fast because it's moving very fast because I set it to fast. So I can set it to normal so that you be seen as everything is going. Also, I can step in. I could step over this process if I want to, of course, but that will be in another video. So filter for amounts greater than 10,000 for credits. When I go to my Excel, it shows me all values that are greater than 10,000. Yes. So, of course, I want to filter for debits. Let me show you. I just have to remove the filter, and let me filter for this. Let me just filter on the debit side so you can have an idea that you can still perform in every row. Yeah. So when I run the process, yes, you see that it's saying success true. Look at the expression for the greater than 5,000 for the debit. I use my double quotes, greater than 5,000. So my column number is 4 because I'm working on the fourth column. My worksheet is sheet 1. Of course, my output success message, and you'll see that it has been able to give me every value greater than 5,000. Every value greater than 5,000. So all value on this credit session is greater than 5,000. Yes, so guys, so this is the end of this video. Please, if you like my video, please put a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much.